Hey you guys, it's your girl Pinky, and I'm here with
Eclipse Darkness.
And we are here to tell you a little bit about what he does in Dallas. So, tell us, Eclipse, a little bit about yourself, just a little brief.
So I was born and raised here in Dallas, Texas. Graduated from Booker T, Performing Arts, studying music, studying theater, yeah. So that was my thing. That's pretty much all I know all my life, was theater and music. And I moved to LA for a couple of years, started popping out there, went to UNLV for college.
Wow.
Yeah, studying accounting as a backup plan, but God was like, nah, that ain't what you need to do.
Man, he will tell you real quick.
Yes, absolutely. He brought me right back. So yeah, I moved back here to Dallas, Texas, home sweet home, and I can go my thing now.
Okay. So give us just a little bit about your background. How was it, growing up in Dallas as a kid? Maybe you didn't know what you wanted to do, or you did, how was that your childhood?
For me, like at an early age, I always knew what I wanted to do just because I started focusing on the arts in elementary. So it started there when I went to City Lanier. Went there for theater and then quickly started doing music as well. So for me, it was all about that all my life. At a young age, growing up, acting, performing on stage, film.
You knew you had to be involved somehow.
Yeah, because I'm such a people person, and even though like I'm my mom's only child, like I was very, what do you call it? What's the word? Like I'm just such a people person, so I like being around people, very outgoing. And I fell in love being on stage, so that's pretty much how I knew once I was up there, and I loved that feeling and love what I did for the audience and for people that supported me. It was just like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do.
So what genre would you say you are in? For people who may not have heard your music, what would you say your sound is like?
Overall, I'll say my sound is definitely pop.
Okay.
Pop for sure. A lot of my fans and followers, supporters, they know I do a little bit of everything. So they know if I need to rap, I can pull out some rap, trap. I do some Afrobeat, dance hall. I do some, like pop, like I said. And then, it's just whatever needs to be done, I pretty much can do it. But overall, everybody knows me as like a pop artist. That's my niche.
Right. So I saw you had a little BET experience. You want to tell us how that went for you and how did you, even get the opportunity?
Yeah. Shout out to my man Jimmy O. He definitely helped us out a lot with locking in a lot of opportunities and things like that. Unfortunately, COVID-19.
We're not even.
I know, right? Unfortunately, that got in the way, of some things, some opportunities. But shout out to Jimmy O. He's always looked out for me, set up a lot of situations, and supporting and getting our music and videos on TV platforms.
Okay. So what was that opportunity for you? Before COVID and everything happened, what were you supposed to do?
One of the biggest things that was gonna jump off this year, everybody knows South by Southwest, and it was like, before I never really, I performed there before, but it wasn't on like a big platform, big stage, something small. This year, they put me on the website, they made me a little flyer, put me on a playlist, everything like that. So, it's still on my Instagram, now, and we were excited about that, and we were ready to rock that show, but unfortunately we couldn't do it. But yeah, that was definitely something that didn't fall through because of different circumstances.
What other opportunities have you had here recently?
Here recently, man, actually a lot.
So you don't have to tell us all.
Yeah, so one of the biggest ones. Shout out to Sprite. As you can see, I got a Sprite bottle. I just signed a contract with Sprite, so I'm one of their official artists. Ambassadors, partners, you name it. Just did a photo shoot.
How does that even come about? Because I know so many artists who are out here hustling, trying to get seen. How do you, come about a partnership with a big brand like Sprite?
Man, so this opportunity actually happened, and I got to give credit to all my fans and supporters out there because they reached out to me via email and Instagram, and they were like, hey, a lot of people told us we should be paying attention to you,
Right.
and the things that you got going on. So we took a look at you. We like what we saw and what we heard, and we want to offer this opportunity.
So just pure hustling.
Just
got
pure
this
hustling.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it caught me by surprise because it wasn't something that I was actually trying to go for.
Right.
Years back, I thought about it. Actually, did a video where I was portraying an artist for Sprite, and it just kind of manifested. Years later, but
that's dope.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
I haven't heard of anything like that.
Thank you.
That's a great accomplishment, especially coming out of Dallas.
Bless me.
For sure. So tell us, like any conflicts or like any hardships that you may have encountered on your journey as an artist that you would want someone who's trying to do this, to say, hey, don't give up when you run across this. Like, hey, don't give up.
Man, absolutely. There were a lot of challenges, still challenges to this day that I face, as an independent artist. But one thing I will say is, for all artists out there, try to stay out of your own way.
That's it.
Because that was something I learned a lot of times. I was in my own way because I'm such a perfectionist and I wanted things to be a certain way. I'm a Virgo, so we're very
Virgo team.
Yeah. So, I was a perfectionist, but I had to let a lot of that go and just kind of just go off of faith and just trust, my product and my ability to do things and then, see what happened. And once I did that, a lot of things started happening.
Like Sprite hitting you up out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
But I'm still stuck on Sprite. But continuing, so you have some new music coming out.
Yes.
With Sprite. You want to tell us a little about that?
Yes, I'm very excited about this single. It's called Thirsty. So it's a fun record. It's a fun record. Mix of like the West Coast and the South. Shout out to my boy Dodo. He actually produced it. And he killed this record. When he first sent me the track, I knocked it out within a couple of hours because I just felt it. I was like, okay, I gotta kill this record.
I'm very interested to hear about this Thirsty track.
Yeah, so it's dope. What I'm saying? It's representing the Sprite brand, Obey Your Thirst, mixing it with my brand, Eclipse. Oh, I like that. And hopefully I can get it out within like the next couple of weeks, but we're gonna drop it pretty soon. So.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Maybe you can give us like 3 top helpful tips that for an artist who's coming up in Dallas. Let's just target Dallas because we're here and we want to support our people. 3 top tips that you have for an artist starting out in Dallas.
My number 1 tip is to focus on your thoughts. So I'm real big on thoughts. If you can control your thoughts and keep a positive outlook on everything that you're doing, and think positively every single day, then you're gonna be headed in the right direction. That's number 1. Number 2, you gotta really, really believe in yourself 150,000%. Believe in yourself, have no doubts, and trust in what it is that you're doing, and your purpose, and your passion, and you're gonna see success. And then number 3, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Wow.
So, a lot of times we feel like we can do things all on our own, or we want to do things on our own. But you got to really break that habit and start reaching out and start utilizing, your resources and asking people for help, and not, feel bad.
That's definitely hard, especially as a man in, this world today, asking for help. So if you can achieve that, I think you can probably do some great things. Tell us, Eclipse, what can we expect to see from you in the future besides your new track that's dropping Thirsty?
You can expect to hear and see, a lot of my content on more movies, TVs. I'm working with the labels and producing and doing work for hire content.
Okay.
So I still have ownership, but
because you are an independent artist.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
speaking on that, I'm gonna just put in real quick. How do you feel about being an independent artist in this music industry? Would you rather stay independent? Would you rather be signed? What's your take on that?
I love it. I love being independent. Honestly, I've had opportunities to sign and have meetings with major labels, and if the contract not right, you know, and I'm giving up too much, then I say no. You know, I like being independent because I can drop the content I want, you know, release it when I want.
You're in more control.
Yeah, I'm in more complete control, and I receive 100%, you know, of the royalties.
Right, which is important for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to even get their royalties from producing songs. So, I mean, maybe is there a avenue or a channel that you can help someone who doesn't know how to reach their royalties?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I'm learning too. As I come across and encounter more artists who are trying to be independent and get out there. I'm learning that, man, just a lot of people don't know, you know, some of the basic things that they need to take care of business-wise. But I always tell artists, number one, make sure you're registered with a pro, and that's either ASCAP or BMI, so that you can get your mechanical royalties.
Those jewels for
things
you
like
guys.
that. Yeah, so like people putting out music and it's just they're leaving money on the table. I work with several different distribution companies.
Yeah.
And I have my reasons why, because each one offer a different benefit, you know, that suits what I'm doing and the amount of content that I release and put out. So I will share that I use United Masters. I like them. It's very user friendly, easy to release.
And you can just figure that out on your own. You don't need someone else to do it for you. You
Absolutely.
just Google that, whatever he just said, United Masters.
Yes, shout out to United Masters, man. I use them. Shout out to New Wave Distro. I've worked and collabed with them. So y'all can look into that for distribution. Those are like my top two who I love.
Well, thank you for sharing those, because a lot of people wouldn't even give us the personal distribution side. So he's helping you out. Shout out to Eclipse.
I got you. I'm an open book, man. I tell artists all the time, ask me whatever you need to know and I'm gonna share it with you. Like,
crazy.
I ain't got no secrets.
Well, with that being said, tell us something, you know, that you want people, your fans, whoever comes across you to remember you as. It could be a word or anything.
Man, I say the biggest thing is just very inspirational. I get that a lot now from artists and from, you know, fans. They message me and they say, man, you know, keep up the good work. Like, you know, you're really inspiring me to keep going, or, you know, to pursue my dream and just kind of take that leap of faith. So that's pretty much what I want to be remembered as, you know, when I leave this earth and leaving my legacy behind, you know, putting out so much content. So people will be able to go back, you know, be like, man, you know, this guy, he really inspired me and was really like, on an intellectual level, you know, putting out good jewels and trying to empower people. Well, I'll say this just because I just thought about it. I mentioned it to you earlier. My project, Love Language.
Yeah.
So I got a project that I'm working on. I just released the single, Only You. The short film is out as well. And this project is basically about people addressing their childhood traumas so that they can love themselves, to love others properly. Yeah. So, yeah, and that just comes from experience, you know, and just seeing how people around me deal with their trauma and issues and things like that, and just realizing like, wow, it all starts from the root, you know, when they're younger, things happen. And me being, you know, a father, I have a daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, so
shout out to her.
yeah, my little girl, little Sophia. So yeah,
how old is she?
She's 2.
Wow, that's a terrible 2. That's a great age.
We there. Yeah, we there for sure.
Got a long way to go.
For sure. Yeah. So.
I'm proud of you.
That's really what motivates me to really push and get this project out and kind of communicate, you know, that it's okay to address your traumas or seek help or speak, you know, to a counselor or whomever, you know, so that you can learn to love yourself.
Let go of those chains that are holding us back.
Yeah, because we seeing it now, you know, with things going on in the world, you know, with
this world is definitely crazy.
It's a lot of that childhood trauma and, you know, things that weren't addressed, and it's lashing out. People lashing out on others, so.
For sure. This is kind of a wild card question.
Okay.
But how do you spend your money? And you don't have to detail, but I have a point.
Okay.
How do you spend your money?
Right now, I I'm always investing because I see money as a tool.
Okay.
So I use it as a tool to buy myself more time. So I tell people and my fans know that time is very important to me because we can't really get that back. So once I learned how to really use money, or like, you know, how it could be used
The
to get more time, the value.
value.
Yeah, I started making sure when I spend it, it's buying me more time, like to do what I want to do. Coming up August 1st, that's tomorrow.
Really? We're already in August, you
I
guys.
know.
We're 2020.
It'll be my first full year of being an entrepreneur, self-employed.
Wow.
So yeah, last year I left a company I was at for 8 years, and
Got out the matrix.
Yeah, definitely got out the matrix. It feels good. It's a blessing. You know, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy for sure. So
Definitely a mental break.
yes,
Getting out of the matrix.
Yes.
Some people, it's not for them. Some people it is, and it's for you. You'll know.
yeah,
You will know.
yeah, definitely will. So, but yeah, that's how I spend my money. I invest.
I like that answer. That was kind of what I was looking for. Definitely.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on, you know, buying back the blog and just creating generational wealth for Miss Sophia and whoever else is to come? How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% for it. You know, that's crucial. It's imperative that we do that. You know, based on the research and the studies that I've done, that's what it always goes back to when it comes down passing down wealth. You know, you gotta start in your community. You know, start at home and grow and expand from there. So I'm definitely all about that. I've already started, you know, accounts for my daughter. I'm already putting out a lot of content and music so that when I pass on, she can still get those, you know, royalties and things like that. So finding different ways that I can pass it down. But
Setting up a future for your children and
yeah, because our parents didn't do that, you know, or they weren't, you know, there mentally to think about.
they didn't even have that chance.
They had that chance.
That
Yeah.
opportunity
They didn't have that
to
opportunity.
create that wealth for us. So
And now that we
it's
have it.
definitely on us. Definitely on us.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate that answer for sure. I don't know if I have any more questions. You have any questions for me?
Yeah, I guess, okay, so touching on like my love language project,
Okay.
I'll ask you, do you know your love language?
I don't. And honestly, I think I'm like a spiritual-ish person. I just have never done the research for my love language. I probably should. But no, I don't know my love language.
Yeah, it's really interesting. When I took the test, I'll share with you so you can take the test as
Okay.
well. So there's 5, so I can remember all of them. There's quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, receiving gifts, and physical touch. Yeah, so those are the 5. So when you take the test, it'll let you know, okay, which one is your highest, and then it'll like categorize it.
I'll have to do that for sure. I think everybody should do that so we can all love each other the way that we need to be loved. And stop just dating just to be doing something. You know, like, what's that about? Like, I'm trying to create lifetime bonds.
Yes.
Like, not just play around. But
Facts.
I'm signed out. You want to give a shout out or anything?
Man, I just want to say shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me, supporting me. You know, y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, The Official Eclipse. Y'all be on the lookout for my new single and content with Sprite called Thirsty. Shout out to Healthy Habits. Shout out to Dodo. Shout out to my manager Corn. Man, just shout out to everybody out here. Shout out to my entire family. I love y'all. Oh, I like that.